Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to make a video today and show you an amazing find, a tarot rescue I consider actually, that I found at Value Village this weekend, which is a thrift store here in Canada. You guys in the US know it as Savers. It's the same store just with a different name. And it's been so long since I found a tarot deck at Value Village. It's been years, like probably I'd say at least 4 or 5 years since I found a tarot deck there. I do find oracle decks there from time to time. I'll show you a couple of the oracle decks I've found. I found a lot of Doreen Virtue decks. So I found an Archangel Oracle cards deck. I actually found 2 of these in one bag, and I sold the other one. So I found these at Value Village. And I also found these Gateway Oracle cards by Denise Lynn, and these are really, really nice cards. I love them. Found them at Value Village. So oracle decks are a lot easier to find there, but tarot decks are hard to come by. And this weekend I found this beauty, the True Love Tarot deck. I was looking at this online a little while ago. I was going to purchase it, but didn't get around to it. And when I saw this, I was like, you know that feeling of just like total elation when you find something in a thrift store that's just like, oh my God, it's like you've just struck treasure, you know? And that's how I felt when I saw this. I was just like, oh my God. The thing about this deck that breaks my heart is, I don't know who owned this before, but a lot of the cards were stuck together. I'm going to show them to you. I don't know what happened to these. I'll explain it more as I go along. But anyway, yeah, so that's what this video is about. I'm going to show you my True Love Tarot deck and show you how beautiful it is and how great it is. This was $6.99. And it came in a bag along with 2 kind of like travel size games. I think there was a Chinese checkers and a, not a dominoes game, backgammon maybe, which of course I have no interest in really. I guess they might come in handy sometime, but this is obviously what I got it for. So can't wait to show you. The last tarot deck I found at Value Village, like however many years ago, was this one. And it is a beauty. The Lover's Tarot by Jane Lyle. This is a major arcana deck only, but it is so beautiful. The cards are very large, as you can see, and it comes with a really nice book, a hardcover book. So it opens up like this. The cards are huge. Let me just show you. Okay, so here's the backing of the cards. They are so big. And they're based on like Renaissance art. They have, you know, that Botticelli look to them. They're just incredible. And the book is amazing. And when I saw this again, it was like, oh, you know, it was like the clouds parted, the sun shone through, you know, the angels were singing. I was like, oh my God. So of course I, you know, grabbed that up, but that was so long ago. That was years ago. So I think this is the last tarot deck I found there before my True Love Tarot. So just wanted to show you that. So let me get into showing you these beautiful cards. The box, I had to tape the box because it was like coming apart. So I had to tape it to hold it together. And you'll see as I go through these cards, like I was saying, a lot of them were stuck together. And at first I was excited because I thought that meant it was a new deck. Like sometimes when you buy new tarot decks, they are stuck together. Like I guess they've been like pressed together so hard that they stick. And I thought that's what it was at first, but apparently there must have been like some glue on them or something, because as I was pulling them apart, and I was pulling them apart as gently as I could, they still tore. So a lot of the, some of the cards have a lot of paper torn off at the corners, which breaks my heart because they're so beautiful. And I'm hoping I can repair these somewhat until I can get another copy. You know, I'm definitely still going to use them. All the cards are here. All 78 cards are here, both major and minor arcana. And here's the backing. Look at the beautiful backing, you guys. So romantic and pretty and beautiful. So nice. But anyway, let's go through the major arcana and you'll see the damage as we go along here. So here's the Fool, and every one of the cards has a keyword, which I think is really, really good. And the keywords are really fitting. The one for the Fool is trust, which I think is great. It's like trusting in the unknown and having the innocence about you to be able to trust in life and in others, you know. Here is the Magician, and the key word for that is energy, which I think is great. So there's the Magician. And these cards are really interesting, and they combine a lot of different art styles. Like, see, here's some of the damage here at the bottom there. Oh, it breaks my heart. This is the High Priestess, and the keyword is intuition. So you can see this is Egyptian. She's pictured as an Egyptian priestess. And there's a combination in this deck of like classical art and Egyptian and also Eastern. Here we have the Empress. Again, there's more damage there. I'm thinking maybe I can use some markers to kind of, you know, get the color in there, and I don't know how I'm going to repair the, see, there's the back. Some of that tore as well. Ugh. But anyway, so the keyword here is creativity for the Empress. And she's like a Japanese Empress. So you've got a lot of different styles going on here. Here's the Emperor, and the keyword for him is power. Of course, that's perfect. Here's the Hierophant, and the keyword is tradition. And this looks like, you know, Native American. It's got like, you know, so many different, there's more damage there. It's got a lot of different, like, vibes going on here. But it works. Here's the Lovers, and the keyword is attraction for the Lovers. That one looks very classical. Here's the Chariot, and this one is called Determination. Love this. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck. Love how he's riding that Pegasus, you know, and he looks so triumphant. Here is Strength, and the keyword is understanding, which I think is beautiful for the Strength card. That's a great keyword. Here is the Hermit, and the keyword for that is introspection. Perfect. Here's the Wheel of Fortune. Keyword is luck. Beautiful. Here is Justice, and the keyword is truth. They really did a good job with the keywords in this deck here. Here's the Hanged Man, and the keyword for this is attitude. I love that. That is so awesome. Here is Death, and the keyword is transformation. I'm seeing some Botticelli here. That, I think that's from the painting about the, something about spring. I forget the name of the painting, but I recognize it. And what was the keyword again? Transformation for Death. Yes. Here is Temperance, and the keyword here is patience. See some Japanese art going on here. Japanese style. Here's the Devil, and the keyword is seduction. And here we have this Indian goddess. This seductress here. Here is the Tower, and I love this Tower card. This is one of the best Tower cards I've ever seen. One of my favorites, because I love how it has the house there. You know, you usually just see a tower, but here it's got a house that the flames are like, you know, just leaping out of this house. I really love this Tower card, and the keyword there is crisis. Here's the Star, and the keyword is hope. Here is the Moon, and the keyword is fear in this card, which I think is very apt. Here's the Sun, and the keyword is support. Love that sun. Isn't that gorgeous? And how that Egyptian goddess is like, got her arms outstretched like she's supporting you, you know? And here is Judgment, and the keyword for this is perspective. Love that. And then finally the World, and the keyword is consummation for the World. I just love these. I love these cards. I wish they weren't damaged, but like I said, I'm still going to use them. They are just too beautiful not to use. So I'll show you the Minor Arcana now. So the Minor Arcana all have keywords as well, and they're all the suits are all renamed. These are gems. These would be pentacles. So this is the Ace of Gems, and the keyword for that is reward. The same thing with the keywords on the Minor Arcana. They're all amazing. Like, they all really, really fit. And there were only maybe 2 or 3 of them that kind of made me pause and wonder. But for the most part, these keywords are like just on point. Here's the 2 of Gems. So these are pip cards. So you're just going to get the, you know, the gem or whatever. But the court cards are all illustrated. So I'll show you. Let's see. Here's the 6 of Gems, and it's called Generosity in this deck. That's perfect. Okay, so here's the courts, and this one's badly damaged. This is the Princess of Gems. This would be the Page of Pentacles, and the keyword here is the ingenue. Oh, I love that. I just love these cards. I love them so much. Oh my god. Here's the Prince, and this would be the Knight. He's called the Builder in this deck. Here is the Queen, and she's called the Nurturer. Queen of Pentacles is the Nurturer. And here's the King. And this guy is called the Realist. So, there you go. Next up, we have the Wings suit, and this is the Swords. I guess it makes sense because wings, you know, you think air, right? So these are the Swords. Here's the Ace of Wings, a big butterfly, and this one is called Triumph in this deck. Here's the 2 of Wings, and it's called Balance. Keyword here is balance. This one was interesting. 4 of Swords, and it's called Privacy in this deck, which I never quite thought of privacy as being a sort of 4 of Swords. That's not the first thing that comes to mind, but it definitely makes sense. You know, you're resting, you're spending time alone, you want your private time, right? 6 of Wings, Passage. Love that. 9 of Wings. I love this. The keyword is obsession with the 9 of Wings. Very true. And let's get to the court. So here's the Princess of Wings. So this would be the Page of Swords. And she's called the Messenger in this deck. Prince of Wings is the Challenger. That's perfect for the Knight of Swords, the Challenger. Queen of Swords. She's called the Analyst in this deck. This one looks kind of Art Nouveau, you know? See, it's got so many different styles going on. And the King of Swords is called the Professional in this deck. Love it. So that is the Swords. And I love how every one of the Minor Arcana has these really soft pastel colors. Like, this is a very light baby blue. And the wings, the gems, sorry, was like this very sort of creamy beigey color. You know, they're all very soft and gentle colors. Next up, we have the Roses suit. And when I first saw this, I thought this would be cups because you kind of correlate roses with love, but these are actually the wands. So the Ace of Roses, and this keyword for this is passion. So Ace of Wands, keyword here is passion, which is perfect. Here's the 2 of Roses, and this one is Crossroads. Keyword here is Crossroads. And as you can see, it's this beautiful, you know, light pink. Just love this deck so much. 3 of Roses is Opportunity. Five of Roses or 5 of Wands, Competition. Perfect. 7 of Roses, I love this, and the keyword is Courage for 7 of Wands. Okay, so let's get to the courts here. Princess of Wands or Roses, she's called the Adventurer. That is perfect. The Prince of Roses or Wands is called the Mover. The Queen is called the leader. And the King is called the motivator. Love that. I just saw a look at the back of this one, you guys. Oh, and that one is, yeah, that's the Queen. Front's not so bad. You can see some creasing here at the corner, but yeah, the backing is like, oh. And then last but not least, we have the shells, which are the cups, and that makes sense because water, shells, right? So here's the Ace of Shells, and keyword for that is love. And it's a beautiful light green, light sort of minty green. Two of Shells is called romance. Love that. Three of Shells, celebration. Five of Shells is called disappointment. Six of Shells is called joy. So the nostalgia card is called joy. Nine of Shells or Nine of Cups is called fulfillment. Let's get to the Court. So the Princess of Shells or Page of Cups is called the romantic. Yes. The Prince is called, oh, this is so perfect, the Charmer. Like, how perfect is that for the Knight of Cups? The Queen of Cups is called the Empath. I love that. And the King is called the Visionary. So there you go. That is a look at my amazing, amazing tarot find at Value Village this weekend. Such a gift. And I'm hoping that I can, you know, sort of make these look a little bit better, the damaged portions, with like some marker, like coloring in the white and maybe taping it over. I don't know. If you guys have any ideas of how to repair torn or damaged tarot cards, please leave them in the comment section below. I would really appreciate that, but I just want to make them look a little bit better because they're so gorgeous. Just love them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this look at my True Love Tarot, and thank you very much for joining me. Hope you guys are having a great week. I may be back later on this week to do another soul card reading. I know a lot of you guys enjoyed that, so I will make an effort to get back on here and do another soul card reading for you guys. So I'll see you soon. Have a wonderful week, and thank you for being here. Mwah. Bye for now.